Welcome back. Maxon Supermart has taken up an endeavor to reach out to underprivileged children. Joy of Giving, a project by Maxon, aims at helping the poor, needy children. May it be books, toys or chocolates, you can share and receive joy and happiness.
This is first of its kind of project in the state. Open your hearts and give out generously to the unprivileged children. Maxons will contribute 5 rupees to every 750 rupees you spend in their store.
What we want to do is our customers, we have made them aware through thanks to the media that have supported us beautifully this time, whether print media or even TV. And our customers are so happy because we've given them an opportunity to reach out to street children. Not everybody has the time to go personally, but through us they are doing it. What Maxons is doing is every 750 sale that we do, we will be donating 5 rupees. Besides all the promotion and stuff that we are doing.
So, if you want to donate anything to the unprivileged children, you can drop the necessary articles for the children in the Maxons box. Our reporter Jason Suarez with video journalist Ravindra Dalvi.
And now news from sports. AFC licensed coach Norman Boardman is in Goa to put in place a structure for youth development in football. The Aussie coach is part of the Australian Sports Outreach Program's vision of sharing vital technical know-how with Goan coaches, wherein he will conduct a 7-day workshop for the coaches. Norman is more realistic of India qualifying for the World Cup finals and feels that India will be a force to reckon with by 2070.
Norman Boardman has been a professional soccer coach for decades now. Norm, as he is fondly known, shared his plans of his week-long trip to Goa.
It's divided into 3 sections. The first is coach education, which is vitally important for the future of the game. The second is a participation program for players, entry-level players, to come into the program and to get them ready for the participation, the performance section, which is the third section of our program. The performance program is aimed at players who are we would see as getting ready for the next level of football, which is senior football.
Okay. In Australia, the soccer generation, the soccer revolution came about, some time back, some decades back. That saw soccer become widely popular in Australia. Today, Australia is one of the most biggest powerhouses of soccer in Asia and even on the world scene, because Australia made it to the World Cup. Do you see such a revolution happening in India?
I think it's if you don't have a vision, then there is no future. You've got to have a vision, and Australia had a vision a lot of years ago, and we're still working on that, by the way. And it's got to start somewhere. And if it starts here in Goa and spreads to the rest of India, I think that's going to be positive for the game. Yes, I do think there will be a revolution.
Norman feels India should follow Japan's structure of cracking into the World Cup and going on to win it.
Okay, we've got a program starting now which will infect the entire country of India within time. Okay. I'm confident of that. It's a change of, big change, but nothing happens without change. 80 years ago there was all, desert around, and now there's buildings, so we're moving forward. If I look forward, I can say, win it or be in it.
Okay.
Win it or be in it.
But which World Cup
do you want to be in? Which one? Do you want to win it or be in it?
But which year do you feel will be there?
I think
8 years
2070. I think that's how much work has to go into it. I'm not being rude, and I hope you do it a lot earlier than that. But what I'm saying is that the culture has to change. And if I look at the model of Japan, 10 years ago, they said by 2050 they would win the World Cup.
Our sports reporter Nikhil Pereira with video journalist Omkar from Panji.
Following Armand Culasso turning down AIFF's 1-year contract, assistant coach of the national side Savio Madeira believes AIFF should offer a minimum tenure of 2 to 3 years to whomsoever they consider for the job. Backing Armand Culasso's decision of turning down the 1-year contract, Savio feels that no management would release their head coach for a long period, especially after the season has begun.
Do you feel AIFF should have handed him a longer deal?
Yeah, absolutely. Because in a year,
you cannot turn around the team which was with another coach for about 5 years. So first thing is, in a year, maybe he will get, in a calendar year for the coach, he may get 1 or 2 tournaments. And for these 2 tournaments, he is not going to get these boys for a longer period of time where it is under his to coach. So what happens, these boys are picked up from the clubs. So clubs have them most of the time. So when it is coming for a tournament, maybe at the most 3 to 4 weeks he will get. So what can he do within these 3 to 4 weeks? So I said, it's not only for Armand, it's for any coach, whoever is coming for Indian team. At least 2 to 3 years, at least 3 years is the maximum what I feel a coach should get to put in his ideas, where it has to be shown that what I have got and what I want to produce.
Kareem Ben Sharifa was linked to the national coaching job, but before any further developments could take place, Salgaonkar President Shivanand Salgaonkar brought AIFF's party to a halt.
Because if we try to go to see a club coach, no management will release their club for an Indian team, and that too for a longer time, when the season has already started. If it was before the season, maybe Shivanand would have considered, or any other club would have considered. But since the club season has already started, I don't think any management of any club will release his coach.
Do you think the search had to start for a full-time coach back then itself in May and June?
No, I don't think so. It would have been wise to search for a coach, and especially a foreigner, because the season had already finished. And if they had to bring a foreign coach, the coach wouldn't have an idea of how the players are, wouldn't have an idea of the atmosphere of Indian football. So the best thing what I feel the Indian management did, AIFF did, was to give it into Arman's hand, because he was the best one available on the Indian circuit.
Our sports reporter Nikhil Pereira with video journalist Shan from Madgaon.
And with this, we come to an end of this news bulletin. Keep watching Prudent Media. Goodbye.